Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to use the Recombee recommendation service. The most common use of the system is recommending items to users in the real time. The items can be of almost any kind, for example, cultural events, job offers, products in an e-shop, or videos in a VOD system. The recommendations are based on provided data. The most important kind of data are the interactions between the users and items. The interactions may be of multiple types, so you can submit, for example, purchases, additions to cart, or reviews. The property of items and users are also very important, which can be in case of items, for example, text descriptions, prices, or categories. The properties are examined with content-based algorithms and used in recommendations, especially in the case of cold start items which are not covered with interactions yet. We'll focus on the item properties in the next video, but today we'll start by uploading and getting recommendations based exclusively on interaction. Suppose that I run a website which offers tickets to cultural events, and I already have some collected data from the past, namely views of the events and purchases of the tickets by the users. Each is defined by the ID of the user, ID of the item, and timestamp. For simplicity, I have the interactions in two files with the same structure. I'll use the client library in Python for communication with Recombee, as it greatly simplifies the process of the integration. We provide libraries for multiple other programming languages such as Java, Node.js, or PHP. All of the libraries provide the same functionality, so this video should be helpful no matter which client you decide to use. See the description on this video for the source code in a language of your choice. Now let's get to the code. I need the Recombee client, so I'll import it from the already installed package. I'll import also all of the classes for the request in order to save us from typing. Then I create the instance of the client. It's initialized with the ID of my database and the secret token, both of which I gained when I created the instant account at recombee.com. So I'll just copy and paste those. Now I want to upload some interactions to the recommender system. Let's start by reading the file with purchases. Now I'll iterate over the loaded purchase. For each, I'll create an add purchase request object. It takes two mandatory parameters: the user ID and the item ID. I'll set the optional parameter timestamp because the default value is the current time, but I want a particular time from the past. And I'll also set a cascade create to true in order to create in the system the yet non-existing items and users. I could send the purchases one by one using the send method of the client. Sending individual requests is beneficial when you have the recommender already deployed in production, as the system can immediately modify its recommendations using the just received interaction. But uploading larger data from the past with individual requests would be quite slow, and therefore we'll use the batch request, which can encapsulate many requests due to it just being a single request. We'll use it for sending the list of purchases. Now, let's run the script and see the results in the web interface. We can see that the items have been successfully uploaded. We can also check interactions of the items by clicking its ID. As you can see, this item has been purchased 11 times. Now, I'll change the code to send the detailed views by changing the file name and changing name of the request from add purchased to add detail view. After running the changed code, Detail views should appear in the interface. We can also see the visualization in the KPI console, which is updated every few minutes. Now it's time to get some recommendations based on the uploaded interactions. Suppose that user 27 just came to my website. I want to immediately show him every 5 events he will most likely favor. I'll use the recommendation items to user request for this task. Now I can show these 5 recommended events to user 27 at my homepage. Let's say that the user liked the recommended events and clicked one of them, namely event 32, to see the details. The page of the event contains a box with events related to event 32, which the user 27 may like. These are obtained by requesting the recommend items to item. Other 2 supported recommendation endpoints, recommend users to item and recommend users to user, return users instead of items. For example, if I want to know which users would be most likely interested in attending event 42, I'll call the recommend users to item. As you can see, sending interactions and getting recommendations is very easy and took just a few lines of code. In the next video, I'll show you how to send properties of the items to Recombee and how to use these properties in filtering and boosting according to your business rules. We'll see you in the next video.